Hello, this is Anthony once again from Honda Snowblower Enthusiast. Today I'm going to show you a quick video on how to replace your shear pins on your Honda. Let me first show you on the older machines. This is my HS80 on the 50, 55, 70, and 80. Your shear pins are all the same. You've got your impeller shear pin here, and your auger shear pins are all step pins. I'll show you in a minute. These usually don't break. They don't break too often. But if you're not blowing snow, you know you're working and everything. All of a sudden, your snowblower stops throwing snow. First thing you check is your impeller shear pin. If something gets jammed in here, this pin is supposed to break. It's cheap insurance for $4. Cheap insurance that protects more expensive components. Okay, so that's on your older machines. On your hydrostatic machines, here's a 724. You've got the same step pin. I'm going to show you in a minute for your impeller shear pin. If you're not throwing snow off out of your chute, usually the first thing I check is the impeller shear pin. Okay. Now on your augers, if you're pushing snow to the side and you don't seem to be collecting much snow on one side, it's because this pin right here, your auger shear pin, is broken. It's missing. Okay, and you can tell easily. I took the pin out to show you. If this moves freely, then your shear pin's gone. Sometimes you can't see it because of all the snow and ice. Okay, and then you've also got a boss pin here that connects this cam lock to the auger gearbox shaft. Sometimes the cotter pin breaks or the pin breaks. It's also a shear pin. It doesn't break very often. If it does, then this would spin freely around the gearbox shaft. So keep an extra one of these just in case. Keep an extra impeller pin. If you got an older machine, keep a couple extras. And I'll show you these the shear pins right here. Here's your impeller shear pin. It's a step pin. You can see it's got the bigger end here. And I'm going to show you why in a second. Here's your auger shear pins. This is what it looks like when it's in the cam lock. You see, I put the head in on the inside, and this goes through the auger, and then you've got a nut. This nut that tightens it up. See, this particular nut has to go on the auger side. It won't fit in the cam lock. Okay, so here's the boss pin I was talking about. You should keep an extra one of these. They don't break very often. It's held in with a cotter pin that sometimes breaks. Or if you jam up the augers really good, this pin may break. But usually this pin will break. For $1.29, it's cheap insurance. You don't want to use a hardware, any kind of bolt in there. Same with your impeller pin. You don't want to use a regular hardware bolt. This little pin here is cheap insurance to protect this. If this doesn't break like it's supposed to, you could crack the auger gearbox case. This is like a $300 to $400 repair. So if you don't have the proper shear pins, use a shovel until you can get some extras. I keep about a half a dozen of these around all the time. Let me show you on your impeller. Here's your impeller. If you notice, it's got a big hole and a small hole. So when you replace your impeller shear pin, it goes in the big hole first, and you see this step here goes into the big hole. And if you don't have if you put it in the wrong way, then it won't go in. It'll go in, but it won't go in all the way. You see how that fits in there like that. If you put it in the other way, it will just barely come out the other side. See how loose it is? And you can see the step part of the pin is on the outside. A lot of people make this mistake. Machines that come into me, I see this impeller shear pin put in the wrong way. So that's correct, okay? Now the tools you need, really simple. On your smaller pins, each side is 10 millimeter. So I got a little socket with a 10 millimeter socket. Here's a little 10 millimeter wrench with a ratchet end. And you need a 14 millimeter for your impeller shear pin. So you need a 14 millimeter for this side, okay? So a 14 on this on one side and the 10 on the other. So that's pretty much it, folks. It's really easy. I noticed that a lot of the videos on YouTube don't show you some of this other stuff like I do. So keep keep about a half a dozen extra of these, and keep an extra one of your impeller shear pins, and keep an extra boss pin, and then you should be fine for the winter. Okay, if you like this video, you think it helps you, please like and subscribe. Watch our other videos in the playlist, and good luck next winter. Thank you for watching.